Hi everyone. Today I want to talk with you about the second dev block that they made. This is about a month ago now, so I'm a little bit late, but I still think it's important to mention because I haven't heard anyone talk about this, and I honestly don't know why. So I've done these videos kind of in the past. It's like a year ago or something now, but I thought I'd do it again because it's actually something important this time. So they talk about a bunch of upcoming track lists and environments and stuff like that. But what I want to pay attention to is new feature in the future. So I'm gonna play this for you, and then I'll talk a bit about it.
I'd like to also share a sneak peek bit of information that we're working on a system related to beat maps and their difficulty levels. Have you ever found yourself completing a song on, say, the hard difficulty, and it was quite simple, but then when jumping to another song and playing it also on the hard difficulty, it suddenly feels much more difficult? There are several intended reasons for this, but I'd like to mention that we are developing a system to address it. Hope to share more in a later dev blog.
That's what I was talking about. They're gonna think of a way to make more difficulties. What I think they're gonna do is, I don't think they want to change difficulties. So the way you could do this is by either changing the way hard difficulties were looked at. So you have to remap every single hard diff, for example. I don't think they're going to do that. That's a waste of time. I think they're going to add more difficulties, so that way they can keep the same one. They just have to add a few more to compensate for that. Or they're going to add some in between, but then keep them open for later. So they're going to like not be playable because they won't have a map, but they'll be there for the rest of the maps, if that makes sense. So they'll make, for example, in this example, they used heavyweight and power of the saber blade. Of course, power of the saber blade is way harder than heavyweight. So I imagine that they'll add like a different difficulty. Let's say you have easy, normal, hard. Maybe they'll have like an intermediate in between, and then they'll make an intermediate for power of the saber blade, and then leave intermediate like blank for heavyweight, if that makes sense. That's what I think they're gonna do. But I think this is a really interesting feature that I really haven't heard anyone talk about. So I thought I'd make a video about it. But these dev blocks are really, really cool. I really recommend checking these out for yourself. I'll put a link to this video in the description as well. And these Q&A things, I highly recommend, if you haven't yet, check these Q&A things out, because they actually say like a lot of interesting stuff in the Q&A about bug fixes and upcoming features and stuff like that. And I'm especially interested in this comment where they're asking about the campaign because it's outdated. Hopefully they'll reply to that in the next dev block. I don't know when their next dev block is, but if there's something interesting in there, I can make another video if you guys want. But yeah, I just wanted to talk a bit about this because I think it's really interesting how they're going to do this. But I could be wrong. I think they'll take the route that I just said that they might do, but they could make something completely different. I have no idea. I'm not a game designer, but this sounds really interesting though, to have like actually correct difficulty levels. I think it's a very good thing for new players to be able to tell I can pass hard mode on any level, if that makes sense, instead of just, oh, I can pass hard but just not on this level and this level and stuff like that. It's like really vague, so it's really good that they're doing this. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.